Hey guys, this is Albert with CoffeeNCode. Today we're going to be looking at installing Visual Studio 2019 Community Edition. So head on over to a browser and type in Visual Studio 2019. Click on the first link that you get to and you'll be greeted with this page. First thing to note is there is different versions of Visual Studio 2019. We have Community, Professional, Enterprise. As we can see in the matrix here, Professional and Enterprise are more oriented to company work and professionals who are publishing software that need licensing. Community is just for the everyday developer who wants to use the software. So we will use free download, press on that, wait until the download starts. You can close this window if you do not want tips and resources, but please fill it out if you do. And you might get a complaint about the exe, can be harmful to your computer. You want to press keep. Okay, once that's finished downloading, you want to double click on the installer, press run if you get a security error. Once you get this pop-up, please also press yes to allow admin privileges. Before you get started, we need to set up a few things that you can configure your installation. Press continue, wait until this downloads and installs. Now, Visual Studio Installer has been downloaded and installed. Now this, just to note, is a separate application from Visual Studio itself. This will be used to manage your updates. You can delete Visual Studio from here and you can edit any functionality you want. What I mean by that is you have different workloads, components, language packs, installation locations. You can change these at any point as where you wish. So for workloads, as I'll be covering C#, I will need the C# package. But if you want to cover C#, web development, you can all press on these and it'll increase the total space required and it will start to install it. If you want to, you can select the ones you know you need right now, and later on you can run the Visual Studio installer and you can see this exact menu again and you can select the others. So don't worry if you have to select everything right now. Okay, so now I've selected my .NET desktop in development, so now I'll go ahead and press install and we'll be back after it finishes. Okay, so after you've installed Visual Studio, you should be prompted with this message. So it says here, connect to your developer services, sign in to start using 0 credits, publish the code to your private Git repository, sync your settings and unlock the IDE. If you don't have an account currently, then please just select not now, maybe later. And you'll be greeted with options to select your theme. I personally prefer the dark theme, but you can change this at any point should you need to. So select the dark theme, start Visual Studio. Just give it a minute while it prepares a few things and then it will load. So if you just close the Visual Studio installer for the time being, and you'll be greeted with this pop-up. So this is the introductory menu to Visual Studio 2019. If you have 2017, you'll notice that you'll never see this because it's new for 2019. In here you can clone or check out code, open a project or solution, open a local folder or create a new project, or if you don't want to do any of these, you can continue straight to the IDE without doing any of these actions. For us, we'll just create a new project and you'll be greeted with a page like this where it gives you a text box filter, a languages filter, a platform filter, and the project's type filter. So for now, I will just be making a console app on the .NET framework using C#, and it says here a project for creating a command line application, and here are the tags that you can filter with. So I will press next. I'll type my project name into here, test application. Select the location that you want it to be in. You can change the solution name to the project name should you need to, and the framework version select in this drop down box here. And go on and press create. After creating a project, the Visual Studio 2019 IDE in all of its glory will fully load and you get access to your project. And here to your right you have the Solution Explorer, which gives you all of the files that are inside your project. So just to give you an example, we're going to have a console write line just to print hello world and a console read line just to keep the console open. So once we have these two lines, we can go ahead and press start, or we can press F5 on the keyboard just as a shortcut. So as you can see, it says hello world, and we printed that using these 2 lines. Don't worry about specific languages, this is just a test just to show you the program being demonstrated. So now that we're done with that C# example, if you realize that in fact you actually want to support other projects that are available within Visual Studio 2019, like something Java related or JavaScript related, then you can use this shortcut right here to install more tools and features. Upon pressing this, you should be greeted with a Visual Studio installer admin request, so press yes on this. And when the Visual Studio installer pops up, this will let you modify the Visual Studio installation, and you can pick the workloads that you need to suit your requirements. If there is something extremely specific that you feel like are not covered within these generic workloads, then you can have a look at the Components tab and select the ones that you need. After selecting everything that you need, please press the Modify button at the bottom right hand corner and it will start downloading. Please note that Visual Studio will need to be restarted, so if you are in the middle of work, please shut down your work and come back to it once the update has finished. Thank you for watching, please subscribe and like.